Before we get into it, I just wanted to talk to you, the viewer, about the sub goal that I've set for myself this year. I want to hit 1,000 subs by the end of the year, and according to my YouTube analytics, just under 3/4 of you aren't subscribed when you watch my videos. So if you could please click subscribe and help me get there, that would be so very much appreciated. If you don't watch my videos, that's fine, but it would help other people who want to watch my videos come and see my channel because it helps me up in the algorithm. Thank you guys, let's get into it. What do you get if you cross bad survivability and armor with good mobility, speed, and firepower? A World War II tank chassis with a turret on top that looks like an elephant with no ears. I am, of course, talking about the tank featuring in this video, the Charioteer Mk VII, a reasonably mobile and fast tank that can pen almost anything or just about anything at its battle rating, but suffers due to the lack of armor and not having a reverse gear. I mean, I can walk faster than this tank's reverse gear. First of all, I want to start off by saying really sorry for the lack of an uploading schedule on the Zero Mustang channel. I have been really quite busy with quite a few IRL events, including university this week, that I'm hopefully posting it maybe even the week earlier. I will put this in as a subtitle at the top. Is was my birthday week, so I had things going on and I was really quite busy. I went interstate for a little bit. I did a lot of sessions writing, and quite frankly I was writing scripts, and this is a new kind of video format, so I'm a little bit on edge with what to do. It's new, bear with me. If you are liking this video format so far, or if you do like this video format so far, leave it in the comments so I know whether to do more of these, or if you prefer the old video format, which frankly I thought wasn't as engaging as maybe a video like this, then of course also drop a comment about that too. I have started working on a guide to the Nuclear Thunder game mode, which has since been taken away from War Thunder after the April Fool's event came to an end, but supposing that gets reintroduced as another game mode, which Gaijin fully said that they were intending to do, please let me know if you would like to have a guide on that, or if you would rather just figure it out for yourself. Either way, I don't mind. I have other guides planned anyway, which I am more than happy to reveal if you are interested, but for now, you'll just have to wait and see. You may also be able to see that I actually have a new addition to the setup. This is Mike the Mike, right? He's a very valuable asset to the Zero Mustang setup, and it is a little bit weird trying to get around used to this, but hey, whatever works, right? So more details about this tank will be provided after the gameplay loops at the end of the video for those of you who actually are interested, but for now, let's get into the gameplay. For the first game, we start in Flanders, spawning in the top left of the map and using our speed and mobility to move through the fortified section between A and B to set up on the hill on the other side of the road that runs through the middle. Now, Flanders is a little bit of a weird map, but with our speed and mobility, we do actually have the ability to look into pretty much all corners of the map. With the hill that we're set up on, we have side shots into A. We can look into their spawn on the bottom left side of the map. We can see into their spawn practically on the bottom right of the map. We can pretty much cover all the side of the map that is below the road that runs through the middle of the map, and we can even get shots into people that are trying to cross into where the B cap is, and as they push past the C cap on the other side. Regardless though, we arrive and we get ourselves set up on the hill where we take out a panther that wasn't really paying a lot of attention, but in doing so we get the attention of a Hellcat. We annoy him a little bit by shooting his commander out because, quite frankly, even though he went behind the rock, the commander sits so high up that it really doesn't matter, so he cops a bunch of rifle caliber bullets to the face, hence disabling the Hellcat's 50 cal. After doing this, we move back down the hill, giving us an advantage as our depression enables us to look up at the Hellcat while his gun depression is not large enough to be able to see down the hill, making him have to move forward to get a shot on me, in which case I would clean him up pretty quickly. A Tiger 2P then does a very curious decision, peeking over the hill and giving me a free shot on his left side of his turret, which disables his gunner, commander, and cannon breach, and then makes another really genius decision by continuing to sit there and even advancing over the hill as we shoot and knock out the ammo in the back of his turret. After we watch an R3 eviscerate the Hellcat, we push up a little bit more to the hill and notice a Panther on the other side, to which we take out his loader with a quick suspension shot to his right side of his turret. A Tiger E tries to push around the corner to take us out, but a teammate in the distance sniped his barrel, therefore rendering unable to shoot us back, so we pop out and we send a round straight into his ammo box. After playing seesaw with the suspension, of course. We push over the hill that we originally pushed up to shoot the Panther, which is a very bad move because we were in full view of the enemy spawn, but we don't get shot and we manage to set up behind the hill in E4. This is not a good spot cover-wise. It doesn't allow for reverse. Well, it does if you have a good reverse gear, and it doesn't provide a lot of hard cover, only concealment, so the enemies can still shoot you if they know that you're there. It does, however, allow for ambushes because of the concealment, so if the enemies don't know that you're there and you're managing to pick them off accurately and smartly so that they're not aware of where you are, you can get some kills pretty consistently. After a new wave spawns in, we set up an ambush position behind the hill. We turn an M36 into an ignited gas leak, and then a Jagdpanther appears. Now usually these are easy to pen because of our caliber, but he's awkwardly angled and he's also blind and deaf, and he dies pretty quickly because he pushes over the hill, cresting the skyline and making himself a pretty easy target for everyone looking in this direction. We two-shot a Tiger E with the awareness of a sleeping fish, and we definitely don't end up in a trench to cap off the end of the match. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I'm loving this new video format already, because one thing that annoys me about being a content creator on YouTube is that the best games always happen when you're not recording. So therefore, I have to rely on the replay system sometimes to actually get the best games. But I feel like that this kind of video format helps me use the replay system a little bit more, so that I'm not missing out on some things, and the games actually get given to you in a somewhat engaging light, even though the replay system is not the greatest around. Anyway, the second match starts on test site 2271. We get an early flank going between B and C. We take it an M36B2's turret, but hit something which makes us whiff a second shot and almost gets us killed. Thankfully, he missed. So we dust him off. We make our way over to the B flank after checking if C has enough teammates on it. We destroy a Tiger Ost, which allows us to push the A flank. And then we clear the Horde. We clean up a Waffle Tractor, a blind M42, a T-34-85 guy, a Panther D, another Waffle Tractor, hurt a Panzer 470, kill a Panzer 470, we dodge a 190, bombing and strafing, we clean up a Nashorn, and secure the A cap. Pretty successful if you ask me. Moving back over to the B cap, we get fucked over by debris as we shoot again, causing our teammate in the Sherman to get tracked and killed by a Panzer 470. We got revenge though, don't worry. We then wiped the floor with a Tiger H1 that saw me last second and got our 11th kill. Now, here's a lesson in using your surroundings. After we start capping the B point, we hear an engine, we see the M36 drive out, use the concrete blocks to partially conceal ourselves as we get a shot off, which disables his engine. He hits the brakes to stabilize himself, but has no momentum to roll forward because of this. We reverse back and use the steel beam in front of us, between us and him, to force him to either hold his round or take a shot and hope his round works. He hits the corner of the tank, which tells me that he was unfortunately using AP, and does nothing. We use the cover that we created for ourselves, load up a HE shell while he puts out his fire, and finish him off with overpressure. And thus, a humongous, ginormous, massive, big brain moment ended the duel for the B cap, which gives us a cap and makes us our 12th kill. They start pushing A, so I make my way back where we see a white speck in the distance. Now I made a mistake, thinking that I can push past the hill without having to worry about it, and we get outdone by the white speck being a VK. Free lesson here, ladies and gents. Always check the spec. Third match, also on test site 2271, but with the face cam this time. We start with the same strategy, pushing up between B and C. Miss out on a kill with a Fiat because we loaded up another solid shot and not HE. We begin the usual flanking route by sending the turret of an unaware Type 75 SPH to catch up with Artemis 2. We dispatched a German Bulldog that did notice me, but I was too quick on the draw for. Continuing on the B flank, a Panther notices us and quite rudely tries to shoot us and whiffs. Ooh. Okay. Now, in a stroke of blistering genius, he uses his lack of a reverse gear to give me the easiest shot on his gunner imaginable. What are you doing?
He tried it.
Which gives me room to push up even further and get another shot off and knock out his breach, making him completely incapable of firing back at me. And from here, we just dismantle his tank. We fire a shot into the back of his tank to kill his transmission and get a crew knockout by destroying his ammunition? Minor details! We decapitate an unaware Tiger 2H. Notice our team has the A-cap and go back the other way, where we, once again, decapitate Tiger 2H. We play whack-a-mole with a Jag Tiger's crew. Thank you. And carry out a risky, but not very risky, flank. Since there aren't any enemies left, that means we get a kill on another Fiat and cap the A point, giving us the nuke icon. The stakes got higher. I could smell my first nuke for Britain. Filled with vigor, we tear across to the other side of the map where more enemies were spawning in, getting a shot off on a Jag Tiger that knocks out 2 crew and immobilizes him. Here are the rewards for the end of the third match. We give our sign of approval as we spade the Charioteer. As promised at the start of the video, here are the details and the specifications for the Charioteer Mk VII. To start off with survivability and armor. Survivability isn't very good. The turret can actually be 50 cal'd on the side, and the sides of the hull and turret can be penned by 20 mils. There are a lot of flat angles, making a pretty easy time for the enemy to penetrate your armor, which is not good in any tank, obviously. 2 crew in the turret, meaning that any shot that isn't solid shot will kill, and solid shot will kill if shot from the side. This tank does not have a low profile, meaning that you aren't able to hide as well as other tanks that you'd play. It has extremely poor ammo storage, and the ammo rounds are f***ing massive, and they're also stored in the hull, which fills out the dead space in the middle of the tank, meaning that basically any shot that hits will either kill you immediately or kill you immediately. Onto mobility. We do have really good mobility. We have the ability to neutral steer, which is awesome, amazing. Neutral steering is great in any tank. And our forward acceleration is not bad as well, with a 54 km/h top speed. That is pretty good. We do not, however, have a reverse gear. The maximum speed of our reverse without said reverse gear is 3 km/h. A baby could crawl faster than that. The gun is the largest redeeming factor for this tank. It has high pen with good post-pen damage in terms of the shrapneling that comes out of the solid shot. Its gun angling, however, leaves a little bit to be desired. It could be so much better for a Western tank, plus 10 degrees of angle elevation and negative 5 degrees of gun depression. That really isn't that good. That's on par with Russian tanks. Usually, for Western tanks, gun depression is above or below negative 10. In terms of your journey to spading this, if that is something that you want to do, or in terms of making it as better for yourself as quickly as possible, get all the mobility mods except for brake system and the 3 gun handling mods in the firepower section before anything else. The upgraded shells and the crew replenishment aren't needed. Now, why is that? Upgraded shells gives you a smoke shell and APDS. You don't need APDS to make this tank work, and the stock AP round will do more post-pen damage. Crew replenishment also isn't really needed, as most times, if you get hit with the crew, your tank will just die for the reasons that I mentioned above. Sometimes you do get one crew member knocked out, but I wouldn't count on that happening all that often, so crew replenishment isn't really a necessary thing. I hope you enjoyed the new video format, and I hope this review was good enough to help you out if you're having trouble. Vehicle suggestions in comments as usual. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you later.